Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
Run before they change their mind on that hamper.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm out of
Excuse
there.
me.
Excuse me.
How you know your mind?
$5.
Only $5?
Have the same egg plate.
Who makes it? Made you.
My boys got it for me at the
Made in
fair.
Japan.
So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm saying,
That's what she said.
I don't have any cash on me, I told you. If we had, we bought more stuff, I was gonna go to the ATM and come back. And I said, well, you entertain, you have fundraisers. Well, I don't do that. I said, well, I'll come up and you can do it every other year. Boy, did I have a dinner. Let me tell you. I got it over. Then,
So the jacket caught my eye. So I started looking to see if it was lambskin. First, the name brand is the first thing. It was leather jacket. It looked in really good condition. Caught my eye, and it looked like a bomber jacket. So boom, I was like, okay, cool. Well, the name brand didn't pop up on eBay at all. And then, so the next thing is like, well, is it lambskin? So I looked at the tag to see if it was lambskin, and it was. So I was thinking, well, maybe I should take a shot anyway. Bomber jackets always go very well, and lambskin goes well. So I kept teeter-tottering, looked it up, decided not to go with it, but and I should have. It was only $15. That was one I probably should have went ahead and picked up, but I didn't. I started looking up comps, and I just teeter-tottered and decided not to get it. But that's the cool thing about estate sales is you can really take your time and kind of go through stuff and you know, look stuff up and, you know, decide whether you want to, you know, get it or not, whether the margins are good enough for you or not. So a lot of times that's what it boils down to for me is just the margins aren't good enough. In estate sales, sometimes you'll find good deals and sometimes you won't. And what's good for me may not be good for you and vice versa. So you know, that's the cool thing is there's just so many different, you know, people are looking and doing so many different things. It's just it's just good. It's fun. You get to go and you get to take some time, especially if you enjoy the hunt and the picking part. So.
I can get that to power off.
Did you see the really cool TV radio lantern
I
thing?
did.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's sweet. I like
Yes,
that.
I like that too. Okay. Ballerina here.
So up to this point, I really hadn't seen a ton in there that I was really interested in, that I really caught my eye to pick up. So on my initial walk through the house. So when that happens, I don't like to leave empty-handed. So what I try to do is I try to make the trip worthwhile. So then I started going around kind of a second time and looking at more things up, like the butter thing and that stainless steel stuff, or the silver, all that silver plated stuff that was on the table. And I know I'm not very good with salt and pepper shakers, but there were some primitive salt and pepper shakers, and then like a cat, 2 cats. That's what I was doing for a while, and I edited all that out. I was just looking all that stuff up. And then I decided to go back to the garage, and that'll come up in a minute, and I'll grab a few things there. But so that's just the strategy. Like whenever I'm at an estate sale and I do that walkthrough, that initial walkthrough, and I'm looking through everything, you try to be real mindful and look at everything, because there's so much you can miss as well. But once you've done that walkthrough, sometimes I go twice and I don't see much that's really, it's kind of like I'm drawing dead. I don't have a lot of. There's nothing I'm really picking up that's caught my eye, that I at least know about. And so, that's the key thing, is what you know about. Your phone is an awesome tool to help, but it's nice to know things right off the top and to be able to do that. But so I didn't see any of those. So then I broke out my phone and started looking things up, walking around the house, and things that just kind of like, maybe that might be, maybe that's priced pretty decent, maybe that's, has a decent margin on it. And so I just started walking through the house and doing that. So anyway, more to come.
Well. It's only check or cash, huh?
Oh, sorry.
Find something, Coach?
A few things.
All right.
Can I put this down for now? I was gonna just keep searching around.
So is that a camera?
Yes.
Do you just walk around with the camera on?
YouTube and stuff. Yeah. So just
Something interesting.
documenting just what I do. Yeah, just document what I do. I find cool stuff, and people like to watch. So.
Are you an influencer?
I wouldn't say I'm an influencer. I just like to show people just what I do. Try to help folks out, because I do a few different things. So, yeah. I'll be back. I'm gonna go to the garage.
They finally got it in. He was braced. And so he came home and went to Dixon, and Dixon said, just be careful, it probably won't ever come out again. So they went to the big factory. All those things.
Very good.
So I went back to the garage to do another walkthrough and to try to make the trip worthwhile. And I came across I think it's a little hard to see in the video. I'll change the angle on my next one. But John Deere, the die-cast John Deere tractors and stuff like that. And so they were marked $5 a piece. A little high, but they had 4 of them. So for $20, I was looking for a lot of 4 on eBay. You know, I just looked it up right there. They go for about 60, 70, give or take. So I went ahead and picked them up. Figured for $20 for 60, 70. Again, it goes back to trying to make the trip worthwhile now because I didn't see anything that just caught my eye or that I know about or that I'm looking for. So now I'm just kind of hunting and picking, and so I know John Deere stuff goes 40, 50 margin is not bad at all. So that definitely is to me was a good pick to help make the trip worthwhile. So let's keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, we've made you part of the sisterhood. Who's that? So, are you gonna be part of the sisterhood? I'm sister bracelet and Walker and so now Holly really wanted it, and Susan thought it was really beautiful, and she's ready to put your name on here. You want to be on the list, so we're gonna put everybody's name on it. We're all gonna take turns, and everybody's gonna take their month because Holly really wanted it. All right. And I really wanted to break
I just want to say that dude, man.
Found some more, huh, Coach?
Yeah, just a few little John Deere things.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm nobody. Like, I don't know who you're talking. I like folks who watch what you talking about.
See?
So he was full of it from the jump. But he was cool, man. He was cool. He was like, every time I bumped into him, what'd you find out, Coach? What'd you find, Coach? Cool dude, man. He was cool.
This is what Walker told me, so.
I know. No, I wanted
Excuse
to
me?
see. I think it's hanging up on a hanger back there.
And that,
All across it.
So recently I started schooling myself a little bit in Bibles and books a little bit as well. I know a little bit about books, not a lot at all. Stephen King, Harry Potter, pop culture stuff, superhero stuff, big stuff, collect like box set books type stuff. But outside of that, I don't really know anything. So I found the study, just started picking around, looking stuff up, found a few things. Basically, I would just say when it comes to books is well, Bibles first of all. There's so many, but I think it's Drake's that the leather bound. Those are usually a little bit older ones. Are pretty good. Old Bibles obviously are pretty good to take time and look up. I think that was it the Learning Bibles and things like that. I think are usually pretty good too. So anyway, if you have time to just sit and kind of look some up, there are usually some gems. You just have to take time to look stuff up. Especially when you have that many, and you could. I think I spent 15-20 minutes and I got tired of it. It was like, again, I was just trying to salvage the trip. So I found a couple and I ended up moving on. So a lot of this was cut out, but books, don't sleep on books. And right after that, right underneath in the office, there was a bunch of just office stuff like media stuff, and there was some tape decks, old school Walkmans, things like that. So look those up. I think they were from the 90s. They weren't super old ones, but they were. The Sony Walkman was pretty good. I think it was like $3 on it, and they were about 20 give or take. So that one was a good deal. Always look at the batteries. Open up the battery doors and look up to make sure there's no corrosion and stuff like that, because typically that's a no-go. it pop culture stuff that's more collectible. If the electronic parts don't work, they may still hold value and stuff. But typically electronics. And I'm not gonna say that all the time because sometimes parts and repair items are go for good money because people are using those things for other stuff. So, but in this case with the Walkman, that's not the case. So, but be mindful of those things.
Excuse me.
So that leads me to the bathroom. So don't sleep on the bathroom. And what I mean by that, at least from my knowledge and my experience, what I know is colognes, perfume, good stuff, even half bottle, quarter bottle, whatever, the stuff will sell. Like she had the Chanel No. 5. It was priced too high, but there was like a third of the bottle left. I want to say the third of the bottle, I forget what it went for. Let's just say $60 because I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But it still sells, but I think they wanted like $40 for it or something like that. So it was just like meh. Fees and things like that. I mean, it'll make $10. So it's just one of those things where don't sleep on perfumes, colognes, even vintage, older stuff too. I've sold a lot of older colognes and perfumes. Again, just don't sleep on it. That's all.
Louder, can I get that in writing?
Never.
And date it?
That is already sold, so.
What? Yes, yeah. This was she was saying something about this one's got
Got a partner. The other
Got a
half
partner.
of it is in the dining room.
Hello.
Hey there, I have not seen you in a while.
I know it. It has been.
Yes. So you've been staying that much at the beach.
I have, we bought a house in the city to be able to go down. It's not, it's to go down and be able to visit the grandchildren without having to intrude upon the parents. It's a small.
Yeah,
little-
our son had a home.
That's right.
Ron Jr., our son passed away.
Yeah, and I remember my son saying that he knew, I don't know if he knew him, but he knew that he was a CPA or something.
No, his partner was, Ron Jr. was a banker, he was a regional director with the bank, and he was a big golfer and big fisherman.
Yeah. So, I don't know if he knew him or knew people that knew
Yeah, and
him.
Benny Hardy, they had placed the house together, something for the vacation home.
So, how you been doing?
In Georgia, see, my sister and I celebrate our birthdays together, September 3rd.
Nice,
I was gone 2 weeks.
good.
Well, I went down, our brother, our first sibling passed away in April. So I was down there
It
for about
works
10
well,
weeks.
because I used
In Atlanta. And then we celebrated birthdays, and I was gone about 2 years. Now, let's stay at Atlanta.
I'm ready.
Lovely people. 4, 3. There was a mark. You can either give it to me or charge.
my little grandbaby.
That's 3.
excuse me.
3.
$1.
I'll be outside right here, Bob.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
came to 58.
58. I put the candlestick back.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay,
we didn't
perfect.
use
And then
that.
you got this stuff too?
Oh, no.
Okay. All right. I got 30.
So wait a minute, let me start. Can we get the 58 in? Okay, no, yeah, 58.
30.
And 30,
2.
2.
And then the books are what, $2 a piece on hardbacks?
Correct.
10.
10.
That's it.
Okay, $100
I love it.
flat out.
Love it. Love it. That should be 20, 40, 60, 81.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
I'm right there. Oh, she's getting you a mop.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
Yeah, just bring it up. I gotta go to the car and get cash. I have my debit credit card. I don't have cash.
Not trying to get that, but
Oh,
that's just
okay.
on you.
I'll be right back.
Okay. There's $1.
All right.
The right here is $450.
All right. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Thanks. You know, there wasn't a ton of good stuff there, but making the trip worthwhile, I think, is, you know, making it, you know, doesn't waste the trip. So, got some good stuff. Let's see what we got. So, I don't know how this is going to shake, but, and I don't know how much you guys could see, but I picked up the, first thing I picked up was the, this glass. I'm kind of careful here. This glass thing. The reason I picked it up is because oh, this glass stuff, great. It is from West Germany, and so I figured I'd pick it up. This piece right here. Just the fact that it says it's genuine hand cut crystal, made in West Germany. I think it's cool. It's, you know, kind of ornate. I think that's brass on the bottom. You know, for 20 bucks, I've sold some really weird things before. It may have a couple little tiny chips in there. I didn't even see that, but I don't think that takes away from anything. It's not sharp, and you can't really tell, but I'm gonna put that up for 100 bucks. I've sold something similar to this a long time ago, and it's off the wall. It's gonna sit for a while, I know that, but I think somebody will offer me 50. But I'm gonna put that up for 100. So that's that. I could be wrong, but that was my thought process there. So let's keep going. The next thing I think I picked up was the John Deere's. When I looked them up, there was a lot for like 75 bucks, and it was 20 for the 4. So I was like, you know what? I mean, I don't know if I got all of them there, but the one that I picked up went for like 20 bucks by itself. So, you know, I figured that was a pretty good pickup for $5 a piece. You know, $20 could potentially 75, 80 bucks. So I was like, let's go. You know, I got to make the trip worth it. There wasn't a ton of stuff there to really get into. The Bose speakers I really wanted, but for 75 bucks, they sell for like 100. It just wasn't enough there. So the next thing I picked up was, I think, these salt and pepper shakers. So they just look old, man. They look old. Not the bases so much, but the heads, they just look old. That's a silver. I saw something similar, like $30. I don't know, for figure what I pay, $8 bucks. I figure for $8 I'll take a shot. So that's where we're at with that. I think those are more so for the head. Then I was in that room. Oh, and then I picked up these guys. I picked up salt and pepper shakers. I'm not huge on selling them.
So my GoPro went out. I'm still learning all the little ins and outs of how this stuff works. So my GoPro went out, battery died. I guess it's only about a 2-hour battery good on that one. I've got the silver, the GoPro Silver 7, Hero 7. Nothing major, just used. I mean, it does the job for now. So, but anyway, I haven't even listed all the stuff yet. We're like a few days after that, and I've yet to really put anything up. But once I get the stuff up and we get some sales from things, I'll start kind of collaborating that together with our videos. But yeah, I picked up some good stuff. A watch, I don't know, the salt and pepper shakers, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I figured I'd try those and see how those went. Just starting to get into salt and pepper shakers too, mugs as well. I know there's a niche there, so, but yeah, I didn't get to show everything. For $100, I forget how many items there were total. I think the books alone, the one book that was like $20, but all the books should yield about $100 for just the books too. The 10 books I picked up. So, you know, I don't know how much it'll end up being when it's all said and done, but I think I did pretty good for $100. I'm confident it'll probably turn itself into about $300, give or take. Made the day worthwhile, made the trip worthwhile. Obviously, the stuff will sit for a while before it sells, but that's where we're at. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Hopefully, it wasn't too long. I'm gonna try to make them shorter, make them better as I go, or at least get good at doing what I'm doing now, and then enhance and get better. So, if you like what you see, share the page. I don't know how this works here. I'm good on Facebook. I'm not that good here yet. So on YouTube, I guess you need to subscribe and like and follow. Those are the things that would help. So I plan on continuing to do this and continue to get better and evolve. And so it'll be exciting where we are in a year or two from now. But my thing is to share as much as I can from what I know with you guys. So when you're out picking, you enlighten you with, oh, salt and pepper shakers or used cologne. Like, you're out there, you look and you see it. Well, let me look it up real quick and see. I remember Joe said that. So that's kind of what it helps me. I do look up videos and watch other folks, and when I'm out and I'm like, oh, okay, or I tap into certain niches and look up videos for those, like Bibles and things like that. So anyway, enjoy the rest of the day, guys. If y'all drop a comment, like, share, follow. Later, guys.